to another daily U.S. weather update. And before we start, make sure you subscribe and ring that notification bell to never miss the next weather update. And I also have another special announcement. So thanks to Sebastian Weather Channel, go check them out on YouTube. We now have the upgraded version of weathermodels.com, which is the energy plan, which will give us even more maps, weather models, and just overall better graphics and forecasts. And you may be wondering, what does that mean for you? That means our videos and our streams will be getting a lot better with better forecasts. And yeah, go subscribe to Sebastian Weather Channel. And yeah, thanks. And yeah, let's get started. So first we're just going to take a look at what's going on in the United States right now. So we do have some gale warnings in effect for the northeast offshore. That is probably because of those strong winds, and those strong winds lead to heavy waves and higher waves. So definitely be careful over there. We also have more gale warnings on the west coast of the United States here. And it looks like in northern Texas and parts of New Mexico, we have a red flag warning in effect. And red flag warning basically means that the potential for wildfires is enhanced because of the conditions right now. So just say there's very dry air. There's very dry air. It hasn't really been raining that often there. So definitely be careful for wildfires if you are in this area. Also, we still have a few more high wind warnings in effect for parts of Oregon, as you can see here, and those extend into northern California. Over there we do have some high wind warnings, and we also have some flood warnings, or river flood warnings, in effect for parts of the central eastern U.S. as you can see here, and this is still caused by that cold front that came through, and that definitely dropped a lot of rain, and there's still a big risk of flooding, especially here is the worst risk, because right there, a few feet above the river is possible. So definitely be careful over there for floods. And remember, if you see a flooded roadway, don't drive through. Again, turn around, don't drown. We also have wind chill advisories in northern Maine. Over here. So we do have potential for wind chills, I believe below freezing. Or it'll feel really cold, I believe possibly below 0. I'm not 100% sure. And then there's this special weather statement also for that wind chills. And again, a hazardous weather outlook is also in effect. There's also a wind advisory for parts of Maine and New Hampshire. So definitely be careful of those winds over there. So now we're going to take a look at a few more things. First, we're going to check out on windy.com. We're just going to take a look at a few things around the U.S. So here are our current U.S. wind speeds right now. The winds are definitely not that strong in most of the U.S. The Northeast is seeing a bit stronger winds, especially because it's March. It's very windy this month for the Northeast. So, yeah. Most of the U.S. is quite calm, though. It looks like most of California quite calm. Although another thing, in addition to that red flag warning, is there's stronger winds, about 17 miles per hour in parts of Arizona, Texas. Those winds are kind of strong, and those gusts are definitely worrying because these gusts are really going to help wildfires spread if they do occur. about 40-mile-per-hour gusts. So definitely got to be careful of that. And going to the northeast, we have some decently strong winds too, about 15 miles or so, miles per hour. And with those wind gusts, we have those higher wind gusts in parts of Maine, and that is why there's that wind advisory in effect. 45-mile-per-hour gusts are enough to get a wind advisory in effect. But these gusts definitely could be causing some issues, especially the northeast. I think you're really going to be seeing these winds, especially Chicago, the windy city. Definitely going to be seeing those winds. Now we're going to take a look at the U.S. temperatures right now. So this is the current U.S. temperatures. It's staying quite warm, above freezing for most of the U.S. We do see some areas over here which are below freezing to the north of that line, but it extends quite far, so it's not really too worrying about those temperatures. We also have colder air on these mountains over here. Those higher elevations. Actually, let's see. Yeah, when we get a higher elevations, you can see it's actually warmer in these areas at higher elevations, about 5,000 feet. It's warmer than at the surface. And when we go really far up in the atmosphere, it gets really cold, negative 41, and so on. Wow. Imagine seeing these temperatures at surface. Yikes. Anyway, heading back to the current weather. Here's our current humidity in the U.S. It's staying a little humid for most of the U.S. Well, I would not say most, but see this area? Definitely very low humidity, which will help the growth of wildfires. So be careful, because all these conditions are conducive for wildfires and for wildfires to spread. Current pressure right now. Pressure in the U.S. is maintaining above average for most of the U.S. Like parts of the Northeast a little bit below average, and parts of the West Coast also. But most of the U.S. is above average, except in the I would say north of Texas, because over here there's a low pressure system here, which is bringing snowfall. Let's take a look at that real quick. Precipitation type is what we're looking for. So right here is the precip type, and you can see we are seeing some snowfall and some mix in this area, so definitely some good chances of that. And one more thing, the extreme forecast for today. The Northeast is in that darker colors, so there is a higher chance of damaging winds. Although a lot of the U.S. is in that lower chance, is greens. Anywhere in the green, you're not going to be seeing that much wind. Although, again, over here, those stronger winds definitely going to be a concern. And those are really going to linger into tomorrow and possibly into early Saturday. We could be seeing those strong winds, so that red flag warning could last a while. Alright, now we're going to take a look at the future now. And what we're going to be seeing in the future, the next few days to next week or so. Put this over here. Yeah, so first we're going to take a look at the model animator right now. We're going to go European, because that is what the Hurricane HQ does prefer. United States, and we're just going to take a look at the precipitation type yet again. And if everyone is okay with the model run last video, feel free to just stop watching here if you did watch yesterday's video. If you did not, I would suggest you stay on to see the future and what's going to be happening in the United States. So let's just head to about now. It is here. So this is about right now in the United States. Basically what's going on. So we do have that area of low pressure, like I said, over here, bringing some rain on the southern area and some snow to the higher elevations in the north. So we could be seeing a slight snow threat and a few snow showers in upstate New York. Other than that, everything looks quite good. Maybe a scattered shower or so in parts of Florida. And moving on, we could see that system over here does move south and just turns into all rain, and then actually could become a thunderstorm threat for Florida and Louisiana. So we'll have to watch that for some severe weather. And we also have that cold front pushing through, which is actually outflow from another low pressure system. And you can see it does bring snow to the higher elevations and rain to the lower elevations. So yeah, we could be seeing a few scattered thunderstorms to the south of that, although very unlikely. And it's going to look quite good. Not much is forecast to happen, although there is a chance on the 9th of something to be happening in California. We do see a lot of mountain snow, and I know there's already feet of snow on those mountains over there, so we could be seeing a lot of snow in parts of California from another system. And again, another system on the 10th is going to push through, I believe, bring even more mountain snow. And we also have another area that looks like another low pressure system that forms in the, I would say, South Canada to northeast U.S. over here. And this is going to be bringing rain and snow. Mostly rain for the U.S., maybe a few snow showers, but mostly rain. And then we see another winter threat popping up in the western U.S. And then as you can see right here, this is where you could start to see it forming here. Right here is where you could see our next named winter storm, most likely. This winter storm definitely has a lot of potential to be a major ice storm / snowstorm. We have very heavy snow and ice over here, the ice threat. So definitely ice storm warnings if this does happen this way. And that's just our system going to be moving in this general direction. And then you could see it does actually look like it will become a even worse ice threat for parts of upstate New York, Connecticut, New Jersey, northern New Jersey, parts of Rhode Island, Vermont, New Hampshire, possibly Maine. So the ice threat is definitely going to be something to watch, because this ice threat is definitely going to trigger either ice storm warnings or winter storm winter weather advisories. So yeah, we'll have to watch this system very closely, because we could be seeing a possible major ice storm from this in the northeast. So yeah, this is still very far out. It's still about 10 days out, but it's definitely something to watch, because this could be our next named winter storm. And yeah. And moving on, I wanted to show one more thing for the United States. And that is going to be our snowfall. And we're going to see how much snowfall is going to be falling from these next few systems once these model runs load in here. Okay, so here is about right now how much snow has fallen in the past few hours. We see a few inches down in this area. A few inches to a dusting. And we're going to see that increase. And then as this winter storm moves a bit, it's going to dump a little bit more snow. And then it'll turn to all rain. And as we go further out, like those systems I was saying, over here is going to get a lot of mountain snow. 27 inches so far. That's over 2 feet of mountain snow. And that's just going to accumulate. And you can see here's just another winter storm popping up. You can start to see it over here. Just watch this area. And then you can see it takes a northeast turn over here. And you can see, yeah, we have a decent threat for some ice, especially in the northeast. Possibly a dusting to an inch in some areas. So, yeah, we'll have to watch it very closely. Definitely winter isn't going to be as bad. But yeah, we do still have to watch this very closely. Okay, well, I think I'm going to wrap this video up. Thank you everyone for watching. Hopefully everyone stays safe, and one more time I would like to say, make sure you go subscribe to Sebastian Weather Channel on YouTube. He has allowed me to use this Weather Model subscription, the Energy subscription, which has more advanced maps, and this is beyond commercial use. So yeah, thank you, Sebastian Weather Channel, for this. And yeah, go subscribe to his channel also. And I would also like to say, go check out Liam's Weather on YouTube, because they have a really cool YouTube channel. And yeah, go check them out. They also do daily weather updates. And it would mean a lot to subscribe. So yeah, thank you everyone for watching, and stay safe.